Welcome back to another episode of Talking Tarkov. I'm the EarLegAthlete here with... Oh yeah, nobody, because the homie Adam is sick. So I'm pumping this one out solo. Wish him well in the comments. Don't worry, guys. Jesus will heal him. Just flood the comment section with thoughts and prayers, and he'll be back on his feet feeling great in no time. Anyways, we've got quite a bit to go over. A lot of new news and some little updates and things. So let's go ahead and get right to it. The other day, Nikita dropped this image. It could just be concept art, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards because the quads kind of throw me off. I don't know what to think. They tagged Escape from Tarkov down at the bottom right corner of the photo. So again, I mean, this could be a potential map coming up, maybe event related, potentially. But they're on like some sort of frozen river or ocean or something, There's two quads riding up to it. There's some cranes over in the bottom left, and they're riding up to this massive carrier ship. It's a really interesting picture. I just don't know where it would fit and or how it would fit into Tarkov, right? Like where it would fit map wise. Because we have nothing like this outside of like Shoreline, maybe Lighthouse, but it would have to be frozen again, so it wouldn't be till wintertime. You know what I mean? It's just like it's kind of weird. That's why I'm leaning towards it's just concept art, but who knows? We could see something event related with this. The quads really throw me off though. Seeing what looks like two PMCs or two people riding out towards this carrier ship, it's a bit odd. But yeah, it's a cool image. I don't really know exactly where I would say it's going. This is where I would hand it off to Adam to let him talk for a minute. But again, he's sick, so we're gonna move on to the next subject. If you guys have any thoughts about this, though, let me know because I am curious as to what other people think it could be. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. There's a few things to it that are definitely raise some eyebrows. Like the quads, I keep bringing that up, but like we've just never seen that in Tarkov. And if they hadn't tagged it Escape from Tarkov, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be I would just toss it up as concept, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It could be event related, like I said. And then we had Nikita posted this. Looks like Shoreline. That would be Long Road. Or wait. Is that Shoreline? Could this be an updated lighthouse? I don't think so. That's got to be Shoreline, right? But that's Terminal, potentially. I guess that could be the pier even? Yeah, that's the pier. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's the pier. So this is Shoreline. There's a few things that this could be, right? This could be... Nikita had talked a while back about the Killcam, the after raid report, at which point it would just be a Killcam that comes through, and you can kind of check and see. We don't know exactly how it would work, but this is kind of how he described it. I could be misremembering, but I think this is pretty accurate to what he had described. Like you kind of get this overhead view, and then you can zoom in on areas where you died, and I think you can watch the kill cam from there, the kill feed. But it could be a tease towards the upcoming event. And again, it could also be something to do with 1.0 and the big potential nuke or whatever it is that they're going to do. It goes a multitude of ways. I think it's Shoreline, and I think it's probably Killcam related, but potentially event related. I'd be surprised if it was another Shoreline event, but they do love the map, so we'll see what happens. Airwing says, "Is this the post-raid Killcam or replay feature you talked about last year?" So we don't know much on that. We will try to maybe get some information about it soon. This is how Nikita described it. Okay, so yeah, it is how Nikita described it as working. It's an interesting thing, right? Like it could be anything. But moving on, because those first two pictures, I just genuinely don't know what to process about them. I don't know what to think they might be. I want them to be in game some way, shape, or form because that's just more content. But at the same time, I don't know if that's accurate because this first picture, again, is off the wall, left field, just could potentially be wintertime terminal of some sort, but replacing the airboat with this instead, I suppose could have been an option. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when this comes about. The second one, I personally, I think it's the kill cam. I think it's the replay feature, but we'll see on that one as well. Here's some more fact-based stuff. New balancing changes to the hardcore white mechanics in Escape from Tarkov. Loyalty level 3 for Jaeger, Prapper, Therapist, and Ragman have been opened up upon reaching the corresponding conditions. Nice. That's pretty big. I have unlocked Ref level 2, Prapper level 2, Therapist 2, and Skier 2. I've almost got Peacekeeper 2, and I'm working on Ragman. For whatever reason, getting Ragman at level 2 has been the hardest thing I've had to do because it's the Peacekeeper money grind has been annoying, but I keep finding cash on Scav, so I just keep dumping money into Peacekeeper, and it'll get there when it gets there. Ragman, the only time I bring clothing stuff out, like rigs, armor, helmets, I'm not selling those things. I don't want to sell those things. Those are the things I want to keep. And when it comes to buying shit, I don't buy shit from Ragman. I don't need to because I consistently find all the stuff I need. So I need to sell trade 2.2 million rubles worth of stuff with him. But to get that, I either have to spend cash through Ragman, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to blow the money. And then, or sell a bunch of items that I want to keep to Ragman. So that one's a little bit tricky in my opinion. Maybe there's some stuff I've missed. Maybe I need to just be a little more egregious about my grinding on Arena, right? Like I should, and this is my opinion for everybody, use the mechanics that they put in front of us. If you have access to Arena, go do your dailies, bust out your weekly, reset every day before you hop on Tarkov. It takes like an hour to bust out. Like just reset your dailies to last hero and checkpoint, get them done as quickly as possible, gather as much cash, send the 750 over, send over all your GP coins, and use that to fund your traders. That's all I've been doing. I've spent millions of rubles already, and I've been just strictly gathering all my cash on Arena, bringing it back over to the base game, taking that cash, putting it into traders to unlock and level them up. Because if not, getting the cash flow is insanely excruciating. It takes forever to do. And I mean, sure, you can, I don't know, maybe I'm doing things a little bit differently. When I go in raid in the hardcore wipe, I'm looting things that are useful. I'm getting gear, ammo, weapon parts, and I'm looking for hideout upgrades. So anything I bring out of raid is typically stuff I'm not willing to sell. I don't grab items that I do want to sell. I'm not going in raid specifically looking for things I want to sell. I'm going in raid specifically trying to better my chances of survival in later raids, right? Which I guess now with ref level 2 unlocked, Prapper 2 and, Skier 2 and those guys, I do have access to a lot of stuff, but again, it's the money side of it. It's like, okay, well, how am I going to maintain buying all these kits? Like if I go and I sell to Peacekeeper and Ragman and make that money I need to get the traders to level 2, even using Arena, there's still, you need 2.2 mil just to get Ragman up. That's 3-4 days of Arena grinding. So it's like, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get the cash flow together consistently and constantly to not only upgrade your traders, but then to be able to buy those kits over and over and over and over and over, right? So like I can't necessarily go and just sell everything to Peacekeeper, sell everything to Ragman, decimate my stash, and then move on with, the trader upgrades. Because sure, I have new items unlocked that I can buy, but now it's that constant of trying to find the money to buy those things. It's a balance. The hardcore wipe, in my opinion, is awesome. I like that I'm having to think this much. I like that they're putting me in spots where I actually have to like process where my money goes and things like that. It's kind of cool. It's pretty interesting. Is it grindy? Is it hard? Yeah, but it's Tarkov. That's what we expect from it. But for all you people that don't struggle with cash flow, loyalty level 3 for Jaeger, Prapper, Therapist, and Ragman have been open. Another pretty cool aspect. That's fun. And then we got a new Nikileak. Looks like more Rizzy stuff, maybe 1.0 trailer stuff, potentially working on that other movie. But I'm not seeing anything new here. Potentially this helmet, I can't tell if that's an exfil. I can't really make out. It might be a fat. I don't know. That looks like cloth over top of it. We got Sad Prapper. I assume this is Prapper. I assume that he is going up for a some sort of meetup. In the, I think it was last week's Talking Tarkov, we covered the video where he was kind of walking through the area. It looked like he was walking near a round terminal. So there's a good possibility that Prapper has some way, shape, or form playing a role in what's to come with the terminal update. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, this is definitely Prapper. He's definitely near the terminal area because like I said, in last week's video, you could see him walking through there. Most likely Chronicles are Rizzy because that's how they're like dropping the current lore to keep us kind of, up to date with everything happening in the moment. Could potentially be another route. I'm not entirely sure, but this is 100% Prapper. He is absolutely near terminal. Again, it's Tarkov, it's BSG. It could go anywhere, but I'd imagine he has something to do with the upcoming in-game event, probably leading us into 1.0. This looks like AK parts, but maybe shotgun, like Saiga. Oh yeah, it says Zenetco on the side there. Yeah, Zentico or whatever. And it had, I think AK pistol maybe. I'll be honest with you. Normally, I recognize a lot of these upper receivers and stuff, but this one I don't. I'm not super hip with AK parts though, so I could be off. The magazine well looks wide, but does it look shotgun wide? I don't know. The bolt doesn't seem it either, and the barrel doesn't seem it. Maybe an AK pistol, potentially. Maybe just a new AK receiver. We'll keep an eye on that one. I am curious. I could probably look it up on the fly right now. Give me just 1 second here. Oh, it's a okay. That is a just a new receiver for the AKs. Okay, nothing too crazy, but pretty cool. Definitely interesting. Which also opens up the idea for a lot of modularity. Is that the right word? I think so. Sorry for the slow spot there. But that opens up a lot of modularity in the idea of customization overall, and knowing how far the AKs are going to be able to be customized in the near future. Um, yeah, I think that is a short barrel though, man. That is extremely short. Maybe it's like a subversion. That is not what I meant to say. Maybe it's a conversion. That's the word. Maybe it's a conversion for like an AK to an AK pistol, any of the regular AKs, because that is an extremely short barrel length. Um, anyways, we'll move on. It's a AK receiver, could be for a conversion to an AK pistol. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. And then we just see this Terror Group Labs idea or idea. Jesus, dude, my brain just went dead. And then we see the Terror Group Labs poster. Nothing too. I don't think there's anything there personally. Yeah, it's just a probably more Chronicles of Rizzy stuff. Anything live action, I just chalk up to Chronicles of Rizzy. But then we have the cool part, the interesting aspect. Looks to me like we are getting some potential customization for hand wraps, maybe gloves and stuff like that. Maybe that'll be a separate accessory that we're able to pick and choose what we want to have on hands, or potentially just a new skin in general. But these have some cool white tape on them. Super something, I can't make it out. It's definitely interesting. I like how there's like some paint or something coming off the arm on the right arm here. I'm curious to see what the rest of it looks like. I'm thinking like maybe on the back there's like some cool logo or something that you'll never see, but you know. The hand wraps look cool. I like the hand wraps. I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's a fun aspect to it. And it would be cool if they would actually get to a point where they let us pick and choose, like, yeah, I'm running this kit, but I have on my black gloves, or I have on my hand wraps, or I have on whatever. Like, because the hands are one of those things that we see all the time. So giving us that feature to just be able to choose what we have on our hands is actually pretty huge. Like, I know that seems like a trivial thing to a lot of people. To me, at least, like, I'm always looking at my hands when I'm playing Tarkov. Like, that's the thing you see the most of. I would love to be able to pick and choose what's on there. Like, I have on um the USEC day off shorts and then the cultist jacket right now, but my jacket has no gloves with it. If I could just throw on some black gloves, that'd be sick. Or even just like these hand wraps or anything. You know what I mean? Like, if I got to choose what went on my hands, I think that would be a really cool feature. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that would be something that they would add? Is that something that you would like to see them add? Just let us know. I am curious how other people feel about that, because it seems trivial. Like I said, it does. I understand that. But at the same time, in a game like Tarkov, it's one of the things. It's like, I don't really necessarily care what I have on clothing wise. I don't see it. I know other players see it, and that's why I'm wearing the dress, right? The cultist jacket with the shorts. It looks like I'm just wearing a dress. But the hands are like, you see those constantly. I would love to be able to just customize what we have on our hands, or like if we're wearing a watch or not, or just a lot of cool little ideas there. But yeah, these hand wrapping looks cool. This jacket looks interesting. I am curious as to what it turns out to be all the way around. New Trigicon site. This is I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. Well, there it is for you, the SRO. I'm pretty sure this looks identical to what I have on my PLR16, my Keltec PLR16. I'll have to post a picture of it. But yeah, it is Trigicon SRO. I feel like, well, that's the trademark. What is this thing called? I can't remember. Anyways, this is weird, right? little gremlin face in the sky, maybe. And that almost even looks like an ear, like a fucked up ear, but it looks like an ear, and that almost looks like skin, like or skin. That almost looks like hair off to the sides. But who's got that big ass round face with with? Is that therapist? You know what I mean? Like, is that mommy? Is that therapist? I don't know. This is another one of those things that I'm completely hung up on. I don't know what route to send it in. I don't know what I think it is. It's driving me nuts because like it's just enough. This is like so typical BSG too. It's just enough detail to where you can speculate on it, but so far from like any kind of concrete evidence of pointing in a direction of what it could be, that when it finally comes out, I was probably immensely wrong, right? Like I was probably a mile and a half away on this, and it's fine because it's just fun to speculate on BSG stuff because they do leave these little breadcrumbs, not even crumbs, they leave like fucking specks, right? And it's just like, yeah, try to figure it out. I'm sure there's something back here related to it. I can't make out what that is either. I really want to know what this is because they show this is like the second or third week that they have actually shown a form of this image on screen in these little Nikileaks. They had shown the X-ray, and I feel like there might have even been like a infrared version of it. I might be wrong. Maybe it was something else. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this turns out to be. Let's move on. New pants. I love this camouflage pattern. I don't actually know what this pattern's called. I should recognize it, but I'm not able to at the moment. But it looks really good. I really like the look of these pants. I think they look great. It's always exciting when we get new clothing in. I like that. But yeah, that camouflage pattern looks good. Okay, and then here is the next step. So we have a couple routes we could go with this, right? Step one, or route one, I should say. We could say this is terminal. This is like an underground area of terminal, potentially, leading into an area. There's going to be fleshed out areas of the map on terminal that we explore, right? Obviously. So this could very well just be some sort of depot on terminal. This could be event related, especially if they're doing shoreline for the event. This could be one of the depots that Terra Group had set up, specifically from I think book 2 or book 3. Yeah, I don't know, but my first thought and the thing I always lean towards with this, it seems like to me, is when they do the reserve rework, this feels more reserve depot like than a terminal depot. Which I guess terminal depot could absolutely store trucks and things and or BRT BTRs. So like it's possible, but this feels reserved to me. It really does. I may be off the basis with that, and I'm kind of leaning towards the idea of reserve because of the supposed rework we're getting with it. It very well could be terminal though. I wouldn't be surprised either way. More than likely terminal, potentially reserve. It looks really cool though. It does. It looks awesome. Nice underground area. There's like some windows. I don't know if you can grenade through those or see through them in any way, shape, or form. If there's any height advantages you can get here. I mean, this could even potentially be an arena map because they have been busting out arena maps. They are constantly updating and adding new arena maps. Not constantly. That's a bad word choice because it's not constant. They do consistently try to stay on top of arena maps, and I know they have a few planned. But in my head, my brain's telling me right now, I want to say terminal. I really do. I want to say terminal because the focus seems to be on finishing all that. But in my head, I want to think that they have already got that ready this close to 1.0. And this is the reserve rework trying to get it out for 1.0. But I could be wrong. But it looks interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on around here. I don't see any markings or any identifying way or any way to identify what is actually happening or what is actually or where we're actually at. But it is curious. More Rizzy stuff or potentially just some sort of live action trailer. I thought this was really cool at first, but I hate this fucking fingerless glove shit. The Savage shirt I like a lot. The shirt looks great. I like it. I just hate the fingerless gloves. I dislike fingerless gloves, guys. You can come at me in the comments for it. I don't like fingerless gloves. But yeah, the Savage shirt is pretty cool, especially when you consider stuff like Streets, Ground Zero, Interchange. I like the idea of using more colorful patterns to blend in with the environments of Ground Zero, Streets, and Interchange and things like that, because if you're running greens and browns and you're running through concrete and blue and green and yellow paint and all these other different colors, you're going to blend more with average color t-shirts and things like that than you would wearing camouflage, at least for the most part. And sure, 98% of the time you don't blend in. It's just in the brain, right? Like it's like, oh, I look like I fit the area. That's what I always go for. But yeah, the Savage shirt, it looks sick. I like it. I do like it. I'll probably try to get a hold of it once it comes out. might be arena focused. Hey, is that face on this shirt by chance? You know what I mean? Like, I saw, like, this little outlook, it looked like kinda like a skull. I could be wrong, but, like, the back of the shirt just has that face that we've been speculating on for 2 weeks. That would that would be the luck we go through, right? No, I don't think that's the case. But, yeah, this is cool. This is a cool shirt. I'd like to see more T-shirt style stuff, which they have been doing really good. If you play Arena, you can unlock, let's see, there's the Saiga T-shirt, the Mukovic T-shirt in white, Mukovic in black, the fuck motherfucker or fucker and motherfucker shirt or something like that. Motherfucker and fucker or something. It's another black shirt. You can unlock the Battle Pass 150 shirt, which is the cool, like, it's got the Spartan helmet and some other cool kind of compass looking deal behind it. It looks really interesting. I like it a lot. But there's several shirts, several outfits, pants included that you can unlock. So that's pretty cool. Getting on Arena and grinding out the Battle Pass. Easy to do. Just do your dailies. That's it. You don't have to do extra work. You just do your dailies. You'll have your Battle Pass done in no time. And then we get a okay, so this is Chronicles of Rizzy stuff. Is he unjamming and is he just trying to show an unjam? Like, oh shit, jammed, bang it out, done? Or are they trying to show some new way of like potentially unloading your shotgun? This one throws me off. I think personally, I think this is just for the Chronicles of Rizzy stuff. I think he has a jam and he's just busting it out, right? Like if I had a shotgun shell jammed stuck and like if it's stuck between the chamber and the ejection port, that seems like a potential way to unstick it if it is extremely stuck. Um Again, I think it's just for show, you know what I mean? I don't think it's anything we're ever gonna see or have. But they did have a bunch of oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I bet this is picking up new sound audio for unloading your shotgun. Because if you notice, there are microphones all across the floor here, different devices to pick up the sound, and that seems to be the main focus there. Yeah, because it's the unjamming sound entirely. Yeah, I think that might be exactly what that is. And then we have a little bit more news for you guys. First and foremost, you want all this shit right here? You want to get some hideout stuff done? Use the code road to release, all caps, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But Battlestate Games is heading on a global tour and will take part in several largest international gaming industry exhibits. Oh my god, why did I read it like that? BSG is heading on a global tour and will take part in several largest international gaming industry exhibitions in 2025. At these events, visitors will be able to provide. Oh, I can't read. At these events, visitors will be able to preview elements of the upcoming release content for Escape from Tarkov, explore an exclusive merch collection, and hear directly from the developers. To mark the announcement, we've also prepared a special promo code for all the hardcore white players. One we're sure will come in handy, and it sure did. It helped me. I needed a syringe, a single syringe I could not find in Raid for the longest time, and they finally just gave me 30 of them, so that was cool. Any inquiries related to Battlestate Games' participation in international events can be sent to info@battlestategames.com. Where are they going to be? August 29th through September 1st, PAX West, Seattle, Washington. September 25th through the 28th, Tokyo Game Show 2025. October 30th through November 2nd, Paris Games Week. And November 12th through the 16th, G-Star event, Busan, South Korea. That is all of the news that I have to cover this week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like the vid and comment below your thoughts on what the upcoming in-game event might be. And of course, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1K. It helps us out a lot, and it keeps you up to date with all of our content. I'd like to say thank you to all our subscribers, and a special thanks to our channel members. If you would like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member below. We'll catch you next week. See ya.